One. Good morning. It's Dr. Bennett, John Bennett from Miami, Florida, televising a live event, the Neurosurgical Olympics from Tyumen, Russia, from the Albert Sufinov led Tyumen Neurosurgical Center. And we're working with Laya. She's a liaison of international conferences from Tyumen, and she's going to introduce us to the person who's going to lead the bone drilling exercise of the Neurosurgical Olympics. Good day, Aliyah.
So, good afternoon and welcome to Tyumen again, Federal Center of Neurosurgery. So, now we are having the third stage of the Olympics of the contest for the students. And you can see the laboratory, cadaver lab, with students drilling the lamp heads. They're making approach on the ship's heads. Uh, and here is Alexander, who is conducting the whole event.
They must do four burr holes on their heads and make dissections from the bone. And that's all. We have some criteria to check in. It's great for the aesthetic cut, skin cut, and aesthetic burr hole make. And of course, they do not damage dura when they make a dissection from the bone.
Okay.
And on this graduation, today, in this final step, we choose three finalists who win in this our competition.
Okay. Thank you.
So here you can see one of the working stations, almost close up the ship's head.
Okay.
And
are we going to see the outside?
they're starting the approach craniotomy.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it is difficult to see the field.
Okay. It's okay. We don't want to disturb them.
Uh, And
So
at the end of this stage, the results will be estimated and the points will be summed up, the scores. And we're going to know who are those lucky guys to get the free residency in the chair of neurosurgery of Moscow State
okay.
Medical University, named after Sechenov.
That's a valuable goal.
I'm sorry, it's a bit noisy here.
Yeah, that's a valuable goal to reach.
Yeah.
Aliyah, I wonder if we could show a picture of the dice of what they're doing with the drill. Is it possible to move the camera to one of the stations where we can see them drilling?
We will try to manage that.
Okay.
We will try to get the picture, the close up.
Very good.
Владимир, надо вот на то рабочее место навести, и там видно будет. Они еще работают. Не надо, пускай работают.
Okay, well, yeah, we don't want to disturb them. You know, don't disturb them. But if we can't, that's okay.
Сюда, Владимир. Нет, вот на этот стол. Выше.
You know, Leah, if it's possible, but we don't want to disturb them.
Увеличение сделайте по центру. Еще чуть взять левее, вниз. Вот.
Okay, that's good. That's good. A little bit. Okay, a little bit better. Yeah, that's good. That's excellent. Excellent. That's better. Okay, that's all right. We don't want to disturb them because this is a high-stakes competition.
Может быть, серьезно, давайте налево. Вообще направо. Еще. Вот, стоп. Еще нет, еще правее. Еще правее. Право, 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 право.
А? Ну вон лежат. Ага.
So Dr. Bennett, Salavat is going to comment professionally what is happening. So hopefully we will see not the human head, but the sheep's head.
Okay.
So
Now
we are
it's
doing
skin
our best.
Hello, Dr. Bennett.
Hello. Who is this?
This is Salavat.
How are you?
Okay. Can we get the camera on your face, please? I guess we
А?
can't get it.
Попросите просто, пускай отодвинутся и все.
Не, он просит твое лицо видеть.
Мое?
Да.
А, на меня тогда наведите?
Нет, ну мы долго настраивали.
А.
Поднимите вверх.
Okay.
Hello, Dr. Bennett.
Hello. What's your name, sir?
Салават.
Hey.
Салават.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Okay, could you? I think I understand what Aaliyah said about the competition. Essentially, you are choosing the lamb's head to simulate bone drilling through a human head, obviously, and you're trying to drill through the bone without disturbing the dura, correct?
Yes.
Because obviously that's what you want to do with a human. You want to drill down through the bone without
Yes.
hitting the dura, correct?
Yes, yes, yes. Absolutely right.
Okay, and this
They-
this exercise is designed to do that, correct?
Yes, yes, correct.
Okay. Okay, we'll try to get a view if we can, but we don't want to disturb the participants.
Yeah. They are performing craniotomy on sheep heads
Okay,
to simulate this process
right.
of
right.
drilling.
Okay, I guess the lamb's head is similar feeling to human head, correct?
Yes, some kind of.
Some kind. Okay, this almost the same thickness.
Yeah.
Okay.
The most important part of this is just to feel the drill,
Okay.
to understand what they're doing, the deep of the bone, and where you have to stop.
Okay, how did you learn to bone drill? Did you also learn on lamb's head to learn how to drill? How did you learn?
At the beginning, yes, it's starting on the X. Yeah, you are drilling X just to make your microsurgical skills enough
Better.
to understand. Yeah. The
Right.
second step is lamp heads.
Okay.
Third step is cadaveric,
Cadaver. Okay.
full body cadaver or just head cadaver.
Okay.
And the fourth step is in the operating room.
Okay. Okay. Under the supervision of a neurosurgeon, of course.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, very good.
Mhm.
And they are judged from the ability to use a drill.
Yes, the judge. Most of judges is our residents or doctors
Okay.
from departments.
Okay.
They're judging what they're doing.
Right. To see how comfortable they are at using
Yes,
the
yes.
drill and,
Yes,
not,
yes.
and not disturbing the dura, correct?
Yes, yes. The most important part of this is to see what are you doing with drill, yeah, and how you're doing it,
Okay.
your technique. And the second important part is just to protect the dura, keep it preserved.
Yes. Is that a common complication for bone drilling, or is that something that should never happen in the operating room?
Yeah.
Or
On
does
this
it-
stage, they can make mistake because they're learning.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
But this competition,
Yeah.
and of course, we
Yeah.
has to choose the best
Yeah.
student.
Is that a common complication in neurosurgery to accidentally penetrate the dura? Does that happen a lot? or that doesn't? It's very rare.
In our hospital is very rare complication,
Okay.
but it's not complication that you have to, that can make you problem, because
Okay.
you can manage it. You have to manage this complication.
Okay. So it does happen to an
Yes,
experienced.
sometimes it happens, of course.
Okay, to an experienced neurosurgeon, does it happen or it never happens with an experienced neurosurgeon?
As much the more experience you have, the less this complication happens. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's not so often complication, but might be at the beginning of your career,
Right.
might be it happened, but
Right.
1-2 times enough to leave behind this, because you understood the value of this complication
Oh, okay.
and problem
Now,
that you have to manage.
how is a complication treated? You have to suture the dura after the procedure, or you immediately have to suture the dura?
No, if it is if this complication happens, we usually just drill the bone 1 centimeter laterally
Okay.
from the margin of the bone
Okay.
to uh, have a space,
Okay.
and after that, at the end of operation, we just suture.
Okay.
Or if we don't have, usually we, as a rule, we use
Flaps.
flaps. Yes,
Okay.
galea flaps or fascial flaps usually, and
Okay.
just use autograft to manage this complication,
Okay.
or just Duracell or something like this if we
Okay.
don't have flap.
Салат давайте.
Very good.
Тач-панелью лево-право. Право, это поворот камеры.
Камера, ага.
Плюс-минус удаление приближение.
Ага, все понял.
Меня тут полчаса не будет.
Ладно. Ага. And Dr. Bennett, are you working now?
No,
As a
I'm
neurosurgeon.
just doing internet. I'm just doing internet. Yeah. We televise events from all around the world.
Uh-huh.
I just got back from Mexico City. I went to a pediatric neurosurgery conference there.
Mm-hmm.
I was honored by getting an award for innovations in pediatric neurosurgery education. Using this platform of Google Hangouts, because just to teach you, this is a platform where anyone can learn how to use to televise events from anywhere that has internet. You know, one of the requirements is having a good internet connection, like you do there in Tyumen. You have a very strong internet connection. And when you have that, you can televise events. Like we have televised a few events from Tyumen before, a couple of conferences. I don't know if you were there. You were there, correct?
Yes.
Yes. So it allows us to do that. And now with the internet, you don't have to own a television station.
Yes.
You can just have a computer. And you can use programs. You don't need to have cables. You don't need to have trucks or technicians. You just need someone like Elia that knows how to set up using the platform, and it allows us to televise events. Not only we are doing it now in neurosurgery, but it can be done with any medical specialty. I feel that we are just starting using this particular technology.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, it's very good. Yeah, I think it's great.
Yeah. You know, we have had a couple of conferences in Russian.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, just like in Latin America, we do conferences in Spanish because some neurosurgeons are more comfortable in their language. So I extend the invitation to you if you ever want to have a presentation in Russian. It does not have to be in English. We will
Mm-hmm.
televise in Russian also.
Uh-huh. And you do it in language of your channel is English and Russian, yes?
Yeah, well, I just when I televise in another language like Russian, I just basically set it up and I try to get someone that speaks Russian to be the moderator. Like I'll ask Alaya if
Mm-hmm.
you want to arrange a
Mm-hmm.
conference or a presentation of a case,
Mm-hmm.
I'll arrange for her to be the host to introduce you, to explain, and then have you give the presentation in Russian, and maybe you could have some Russian panelists
Mm-hmm.
to commentate on your presentation, etc.
Mm-hmm. Окей. Мгм. Так, что там, может, посмотрим? Нет, видишь, все вокруг встали, ничего не видно.
Показать голову.
Да ладно, пускай свяжет. Сейчас они все равно как бы закончат.
Вы диссекцию произвели?
М. And,
Поможешь, Володя?
and
No?
during your residency program, what is learning curvature was to perform craniotomy?
Well, you know, I am not a neurosurgeon, so I've never done a craniotomy. I've never done the.
Uh-huh.
I've watched them. I train. I'm a general doctor. I'm not a neurosurgeon.
Uh-huh.
So I have no training. I did a few months of a rotation in neurosurgery,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't allow you to touch anything. As a medical student,
Mm-hmm.
you probably remember when you are at a neurosurgical operation, you usually don't touch the instruments. Usually the residents do that.
Mm.
And I'm sure it's the same in Russia, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, you don't touch the instruments until you're a resident.
Mm.
Is it the same in Russia?
Yeah, it's the same.
The same. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just did rotations in neurosurgery. I
Yeah.
went on rounds with the neurosurgeon. I scrubbed, but I would just watch from
Mm-hmm.
the outside of the field.
Mm-hmm.
And in America, it's very difficult to get close. I don't know what it's like in Russia, but until you're a resident, you really don't get close to the
Mm-hmm.
operating table. Is it the same in Russia, or do you get close as a student?
During residency, yeah, you can be close to the craniotomy. You can
Okay,
do it. Yeah.
right.
If you are some kind of active student, you can do craniotomy during your residency.
Oh, okay, okay. Now, where your first? What's your first name again?
Salavat.
Palovac.
Salavat.
Palovac. Okay,
You
where?
can call me Sasha.
Tasha.
Sasha, yes.
Oh, Pasha. Where did you train? You're training
Huh?
now in Tyumen, correct?
No, I've trained in St. Petersburg.
Oh, wow, wow.
Yes.
They have a big training center in St. Petersburg.
Can you repeat? There
Yeah,
is a
is it a big training center in St. Petersburg?
yes. There is a neurosurgical institute, federal.
Oh, wow. How many
There-
residents per year?
The oldest institution, the oldest in the world.
Oh, really?
Neurosurgical institute. Yes, and there is might be 30 residents per year.
Wow, that's a big program. The biggest program in Russia?
Yes. Yeah, it is big program.
Wow.
But sometimes it might be 30, sometimes it might be 10. It depends on year.
Right. Well, eventually, Pasha, we would like to televise grand rounds. Do you
Hmm.
have every week grand rounds in St. Petersburg?
Hmm.
Do you have that every week? You have a big conference in St. Petersburg
No, we have some what you described once per month.
once a month. Okay.
Once a month, yes.
Well, we would like to televise maybe in the future events
Yeah,
like that.
it might be because, but now I'm in research program in Tyumen.
Okay.
But
Well, any
but
of
I have friend who is from Saint Petersburg, and I think
Hello.
he will try to organize it.
yes, we would love to televise any events in neurosurgery that he
Hmm.
wants to televise
Hmm. But
because you can teach other residents in Russia some valuable skills and valuable
yes,
information in other parts of Russia. It does from Vlada, from to other countries, other
yes,
cities in Russia. It doesn't matter where.
yes, of course. But if we did it, and this translation would be in Russian.
That's okay. That's okay. We can set it up.
Okay.
We can do that. Uh, all we need is like a person that speaks English to be a host. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, understood.
Yeah, just one person. And everyone else can speak Russian. They don't have to speak English. They can just one person to moderate, to be the host, so they
Yeah.
can introduce the speaker, and the speaker can give the presentation, and there can be other people on the panel just to make comments, and we could do that more from Tyumen also.
Yes. Yeah, I think we would try it to organize it.
Okay, very good. Is Alaya there?
Hmm?
Is Alaya there? Alaya?
Alia? Alia?
Yeah.
No, she went to the second floor
Oh,
because
okay. That's okay. That's
to
okay.
our guests from the North America.
Oh, okay. Very good. Very good. So, okay. Is that gentleman from St. Petersburg? Do you speak English, sir?
Yes, yes, sir.
Oh, very good. My name is Dr. John Bennett. I'm in Miami. I'm in Miami, Florida. We televise neurosurgical events from around the world, and I met Dr. Sufianov last year, and we have televised a few events from Tyumen. And we would. You are from St. Petersburg.
Yes, I from Saint Petersburg. I work in pediatric clinic. I listen. What about talking you with Salawat? It is really interesting. It is it is form uh,
Communication.
for education. Yes, yes, with you too.
Yes, yes. I would like to maybe have a conversation with you. Uh, when are you going to St. Petersburg again?
Um, uh, what? That was. I mean, I think maybe 2 or 3 days ago, I'll go back to Saint Petersburg.
Okay. Well, maybe we can talk when you get back to St. Petersburg.
Yes, yes, of course, we can talk about it.
Yeah.
It and we can organize
Yes.
something interesting.
Yes. Yes. I would love to. Tomorrow we are televising from Tyumen, the pediatric neurosurgery.
Yes.
And that's you work in the pediatric neurosurgery in St. Petersburg.
Так.
Do you what?
Yes, I work pediatric neurosurgery.
Oh, good.
I working in clinic and как это было? Салават, как дежурство по-английски. Как вот?
Duty.
Duty. I work on duty and the child with trauma
Oh, good. Okay, good.
in
Well,
emergency department.
well, you could teach the other cities in Russia about pediatric neurosurgery.
Maybe something.
Yeah. Well, we will see. We will talk in the future.
Okay.
Very good.
You are visit Saint Petersburg.
I'm sorry.
You are visited Saint Petersburg.
No, I am a doctor. That all I do is internet. Now all I do all day.
No, not now. In the past, you are.
Yeah, I worked in emergency room. Emergency. Never neurosurgery. No, just general doctor. General doctor.
So
I like the internet. I like the internet. So now I work all the time on the internet. So, okay.
Понятно.
So, I wonder if we can get the camera to show us a lamb's head.
Yes, we can try.
Do you know what I mean? If we can get the camera to show us a lamb's head.
After 15 minutes with the end, and I think Dr. Bennett, our at the end we can see.
Okay.
When all heads prepare for looking for presentation for you.
Okay. Good. Thank you.
Да?
Very good.
Это Тавран. Ладно, ну-ка. Тут же камера двигается. Да. Куда я двигаюсь? Все, вот она там. Давай вот сюда. Вот сюда. Ага. Увеличение. Стойте правее. Some students finish
Oh, good.
their work, and you can see.
Yeah, if you can walk to the head and explain what they do, please. Yeah. Okay, just explain what they had to do, please. Can you explain?
They make approach parasagittal and make four-burr hole and dissection from dura from the bone.
Okay.
And the most important in this approach, without, of course, craniotomy, it's a good dissection that not damage the dura.
Okay.
And after all works, we can check in dura on the damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And of course, aesthetic skin cut, aesthetic burn hole. How they do this? Because they use striker for burn holes, not pneumatic system where on the end this instrument had only one diameter. But with the striker, you can we can make burn hole anybody diameter.
Okay, and it can be big or small, right?
Yeah, yeah, and with the bigger hole, it's more simply to make a dissection dura.
Okay,
Yes. And it's very important to know this, or in the situation with students to think how to do more simply because they don't
okay,
know, and this competition.
okay. Now, what size is the general approach for craniotomy? What size of the drill? Is there one
On this
size,
approach,
one size that's very common, or do you change sizes? How do you decide the size of the hole of the drill? How do
excuse
you
me,
decide?
Салават, 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 Салават. Тут в твою стезю вопрос. Ответь доктору Беннету. Тут в твою стезю вопрос. Ответь доктору Беннету. Он тебе... Доктор Беннет, repeat please your question.
Yeah. How do you decide the size of the drill, the size of the hole? How do you decide?
Size?
Yeah.
Size should be enough to
Okay.
make some manipulation to preserve the dura,
Okay.
and small, not so big, yeah,
Okay.
and enough and small, yeah.
Okay. Okay. As small as possible, right?
Usually 1.5 centimeter diameter.
Okay. That's the general size is 1.5.
Yeah, 1 or 1.5 centimeter.
Okay. And you say you generally use a striker drill?
No, Striker is just it's brand. Yeah, it's just company.
Okay.
It might be another company, Esculap or something else.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, so you don't ask for a striker drill, you just say drill.
Yes, yeah, usually drill.
Okay.
Sometimes we can use old-fashioned drill without any electrical devices. Just
Okay.
hand drill.
Okay.
Sometimes. Usually we do it for hydrocephalus when we have to make a shunting operation.
Okay.
We use hand drill.
Okay. I get in pediatrics you usually use smaller drills,
Yes,
right?
yes, yeah. Or it might be depends on doctor. Yeah, if doctor wants to make a very small, precise incision of the bone, he can ask a nurse in the operating room to give him a hand drill.
Okay. Very good.
Because when you do usual craniotomy with electrical speed drill, um, gap is might be 2 or might be 3 or 5 millimeters for drill
Is
between margin of the bones. When you use hand drill, the gap 1 maximum 2 millimeters.
okay.
It's better for healing of the bone.
Okay. Is the drill have a cord or is it no wire? No wire. Does it have a cord, electrical cord?
No, our drills with wires, and the wires just in the just not under the floor, just usual wires.
Okay.
Sorry, I have to call. Okay.
Okay, no problem.
Чем опасна пазуха? Чем опасно? Чем опасно проникновение в пазуху?
Okay, we're just hanging around the lab here. We are what you call lab rats. Right now, I'm just going to take a picture of this scene right now and just post it on social media.
Our 5 minutes and we finish this step. Dr. Bennett.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me come back here. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I said that 5 minutes and we finish this step.
Okay.
And we are checking, and I think you can look.
Okay, very good. I wait here. No problem.
Oh, of course.
No problem.
Okay.
No problem.
Сейчас проверять будем. Нужно знать, кто где сидел. Бумажки, пожалуйста, не забираем. Надо. Те, кто закончили, снимают. Повторяю, уважаемые конкурсанты, те, кто закончил этот этап и готов сдать его, мы ждем всех остальных. Вам нужно обязательно снять препарат с крайнего фикса, сложить инструменты, помыть крайний фикс. Уважаемые конкурсанты, ваше время закончилось. Просьба снять препараты с крайних рефлексов и выйти всем из помещения, кроме основного хирурга, кто делал работу. Все останавливаются. Лучше только не пересекать. Да? Вот, поэтому я его максимально называю. Вот. Но лучше было, лучше было дальше, как раз как-то между этим мозгами. Но это нормально. Это нормально наложено. Это нормально эстетично. Вообще отличная шутка всех заключалась в том, что мы работали не с единой системой, а с тройкой. Мы сделали абсолютно другой диалог. Мы абсолютно другой диалог сделать, и это облегчило вашу беседу. Ну ладно, за этот 2 балла снять. Ну, потому что по одному ошибку у нас времени выставлено. Хорошо.
Hi, Dr. Bennett.
Yes.
Focus на крайний стомоз. Как сказать на мозг?
Okay, what are we doing now? Now the students are getting graded, right? Yep.
You okay, Dr. Bennett? Салат, поговори с ним.
Сейчас.
Так, дальше. Вас посмотрели уже? На той стороне посмотрели все? Кого не посмотрели? Сейчас.
Кто еще?
Well, this is quite a view now with washing. I guess it's dead air time. It's just watching people wash equipment. Hello, people waving to the camera. That's nice. Sorry, folks. We haven't really got organized. We don't have an agenda really.
Уважаемые конкурсанты, сейчас уважительная просьба. Головы, откуда взяли в тот же пакет, возвращаем. На столе должен быть порядок. Помойте, пожалуйста, крайние фиксы, насадки, инструменты и сложите все обратно. Стол протрите тряпкой, пожалуйста, чтобы не было комнатных выпилений от баранов. Приберем за собой и более большими процентами. Вот. Одну голову, пожалуйста, Добран, мы от доктора Беннета отключились уже? От доктора Беннета не отключились?
Нет, не отключились. На связи. На связи.
Одну голову, пожалуйста, нанесите поближе всего сюда, под камеру, на стол, вот сюда. Кто-нибудь. Вот голова, которая тут убрал, вот сюда, пожалуйста. Dr. Bennett,
Yes. Yes.
we're finishing checking our guests on this step, and I with great pleasure to show you some results.
Yeah. Excellent. Excellent.
Давай камеру на голову. Еще правее и вниз. Вниз. Вот, левее.
Вот так.
И фокус с увеличением. Dr. Bennett, you can see the result.
Yes.
Walk some students. They make 4 burn hole,
Okay.
and we can go step to step. At first, aesthetic skin cut when they make an approach. On this preparation, aesthetic is not good because had a cutting in the horizontal and sagittal vector, and this not right. They can choose more simply if they cut in only on the horizontal vector. After that, they make a dissection, a good dissection, and make a burn hole. The right burn hole, they make no, come to me and look on the suture, and this is not aesthetic because it's not равное расстояние.
Clean.
Clean. Equal distance between the hole.
Okay.
For aesthetic hole, this form and this form and to using instruments to dissection diameter of this hole, it's more pleasure on this preparation, and of course damage the dura. On this preparation have 1-2 defects
Okay.
in the hole, and in the soon we graduate this work, such as without telling some grades, a good work, we think.
Okay.
For example, this, and we have 10 heads with with the same results, and it's very difficult to choose the more best work. And now, after all steps, in conclusion, we check our papers where we write all grades and choosing finalist.
Okay. That's today?
Yeah.
Today?
Yes, today, I think nearly 1 hour in this evening.
Very good. Very
Yeah.
good. Very good. Thank you.
And we make a conclusion working for 2 days, because yesterday they write tests, and we're checking that theory.
Okay.
Yeah, today this practic day.
Okay. Good. Okay. We show them. We show the winners.
Вот. This all from me, Dr. Bennett. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dr. Bennett,
Yes.
we finished our competition, but
Okay.
now we can't say who is the winner because
Okay.
of ethic problems. They
Excellent.
have to know it in at conference room.
Okay.
And I hope that this Olympic neurosurgery game is not the last in, at our center. And I should say that we will be happy to see much more students
Yes.
who wants to be a neurosurgeon, and we would like to see foreign students
Yes.
to see at our center, and
Yes. Well,
we hope.
we are televising this
Yes.
in many places in the world
Yeah.
because the internet goes everywhere. It goes everywhere, and you know what? We post the news on social media of this program now. We post it on Facebook. We
Mhm.
post it on Twitter. We post it on other social media to let them know that we are televising now. Now.
Mhm.
And we also have a list of neurosurgeons in the world that we send emails that we are televising now from Tyumen. So maybe some see that too.
Yeah.
So hopefully we have other people from other countries watching. Hopefully.
And I hope this competition would be annual,
Great.
because we want get the best students to create the best strong school of neurosurgeon, and that all world know that in Tyumen, in the middle of Siberia, we have so great center, and we have good opportunity
Yes.
to make you neurosurgeon.
Well, yeah, well, you know, Pasha, all countries usually have clubs of neurosurgery medical students that like neurosurgery.
Mhm.
Most countries have organizations of
Mhm.
students that know they want to be neurosurgeons.
Mhm.
And then certainly they would like to know about this competition. Of course, this year is the first year we didn't have a chance to tell all these
Yes.
organizations, but
Yeah.
for the next year, we will have it notice that we will notify them about this competition in Tyumen for future neurosurgeons.
Yeah. Dr. Bennett, I have to say you that we finished, and I
Okay.
think that's all. Aliyah sent you the name of the winners, and you can post it on email
Well,
or
I would like to
on.
televise that if possible, if Elia wants to televise awarding the
Okay,
prize. Can we
okay,
do that?
okay.
Can we do that?
Yeah, of course. I'll try organize it. Okay, no
Yeah,
problem.
yeah. Just tell Elia to send me an email when they're ready to present, and
Okay,
we put them live on Neurosurgery TV.
okay, 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 okay. Okay.
Okay. Until then, thank you, and I'll be in touch with the gentleman
Thank you, Dr. Bennett.
from the gentleman from St. Petersburg. I want to get your contact information. Okay.
Okay,
Thank you
I'll
very
send
much.
you his email. Okay.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. До свидания.
Goodbye.
Саш, yes.